Okay, so speaking of Drake, UMG has filed a motion to dismiss Drake's defamation lawsuit over Not Like Us, arguing that he willingly engaged in a rap battle widely considered a loss. Instead of accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salvage his wounds. In spring of 2024, okay, they just basically breaking down the beef. So basically, they saying he engaged in this beef. They went on to quote him in a couple of songs. They quoted some 15-year-old lyrics, and a few of the lyrics were, "Yeah, I want all that. That's what I strive for. This me, you'll never hear a reply for it." Plaintiff, one of the most successful recording artists of all time, lost a rap battle that he provoked in which he was a willingly participant. So basically, they're saying, bro, you picked out this beef. You was engaged in this beef. Not only did you engage in the beef, you said a lot of things that could be considered defamation. You tried to say the man was a woman beater. You don't have proof of that. You defamed his character. You said his best friend and label or manager, or whoever Dave Freeze is really the father of his kid.
That's crazy.
Crazy. No DNA test, no nothing. So you threw around a lot of claims that can be defamation. The problem is yours didn't work. His did. So don't cry over spilled milk now because you lost. So what do you think about that?
I think that's true. Like, you engaged in this battle. You could have set out. You could have played the high road. You could have did numerous of things you could have did, but you didn't. You played in the mud just like Kendrick did, and one person came on top, and it wasn't you. So again, when you don't benefit from something, now you try to knock it down or say it's a negative. So, it's the same thing people are getting on Kendrick for right now. He's saying you doing this, but when he wants to benefit from something, and he looks the other way. So it's like, you can't do that. If you said, okay, I'm gonna agree to this, and then on top of that, saying somebody's best friend is the father of their kids, to me, that's worse, because that could actually cause fades, all type of shit that, if they're not a strong unit, that could really fuck some shit up. So that's some deep evil shit to do. So I think, Drake, you deserve everything that came to you when it comes to the beef, because your head was high. You thought you were the number one dude. You thought you could never be beat, and then you played with Kendrick, and he showed you. So I don't think there is any sympathy for you, in my opinion. There shouldn't be. Just like UMG said. And again, this is a company, so they for sure not gonna show sympathy for you when they making the bread off of it. Y'all both profited off of it, regardless if you lost or not. Your song still got streamed. You know what I mean? The same way his song still got streamed. You was in the outlets the same way he was in the outlets. So it might have been bad publicity, but people still rocked with you and came to you and streamed your shit and looked at your videos. So how bad can we really feel, and how much of defamation is it? It's only defamation because you didn't like it? That's really all it is.
Nah, facts. Drake gotta take the L and move on, bro. You can't get in a battle and the same tactics that you used to win previous battles, now that it's being used on you, you cry about. You can't do that, bro. If you jumped in the boxing ring and your corner took padding out of your glove so you could hit harder, and you was knocking everybody out, and then your next opponent does the same thing, you can't cry that he took padding out his gloves. Nigga, you've been doing that the last 10 fights. How you think you got all your knockouts? So you can't cry about it, bro. If once you live by the gun, die by the gun. That just is what it is, bro. You lost the battle, move on. The cold part is all of this could have been avoided if he would have just shut the fuck up from the jump. Yeah. Like I told him, fade off for a couple months, let that record momentum die down. You see, and pop back out with a song for the bitches, like he got now. He got the Nokia. What is that? That give me a hug. Like the bitches is eating that shit up right now. So if he would have did that back then, we wouldn't even been talking about this. He kept burying himself. Then you hit with the lawsuit. This is what dug the grave for you. You dug your own grave more than the grave Kendrick made for you, more than the plot he put out there for you.
It's because he's his own worst enemy. Like, in my opinion, I think that he couldn't stand, to take that kind of L. Obviously, for one, he's not used to it. For two, I think he thinks he misjudged where he was at this point in time. Like, to the fans, to UMG, to Spotify, you may be their number one darling, but you never looked around to think, hold on, like, is all the niggas at the table laughing with me because I'm funny? or just because I'm number one at the moment. Meaning that at any point in time, if shit get tricky, niggas can jump ship. Niggas can take me out. I think he got too comfortable, he got too complacent, and he really wasn't having that killer instinct of looking at shit like that. And then on top of that, you like the spoiled brat of going at mom or dad because, your brother or whoever, got something over you. And it's like, that's really what's gonna fuck you over. And it has. Because that album you dropped with Party, if you wouldn't have done what you did towards UMG, that might be chart number one. They might have been able to give you some steam behind it and push it into some more clubs and radio and put you on a playlist. But that shit ain't nowhere. Let's keep it 100. That shit is not nowhere. I mean, you got a couple people fucking with it, but they're not brainwashing niggas with that shit, and it's in result because of what you're putting on a label. I'm not gonna help you out now for sure. So he fucked himself.
Yeah, Drake's attorney, Michael J. Gottlieb, I don't even know how to pronounce cut name. I don't know what that is. Has released a statement responding to UMG's motion to dismiss the NY lawsuit. UMG wants to pretend that this is about a rap battle in order to distract its shareholders, artists, and the public from a simple truth. A greedy company is finally being held responsible for profiting from dangerous misinformation that has already resulted in multiple acts of violence.
I don't know what
this motion is a desperate ploy by UMG to avoid accountability, but we have every confidence that this case will proceed and continue to uncover UMG's long history of endangering, abusing, and taking advantage of its artists. Did all of that apply when UMG was giving Drake the package that they're giving Kendrick now? When they pushed that button for Drake against Meek,
yeah.
Was he complaining about this? Was they endangering Meek? Like, come on, man, just knock it off. Take the L, move on, bro. Go make some more music, make some more hits. I don't know, go start a podcast. I mean, that'll probably help you out.
Yeah.
Go get an interview with somebody who's gonna ask you the tough questions and make you answer it and make the fans regain respect for you. Be honest, 100% real, raw, and uncut about how you feel about it, what you think about what's going on. Be honest about the UMG lawsuit. Say you was a sore loser, like we all know. You wasn't used to being put in that position. That would probably actually help you. But doing this, I'm still bigger than the culture and I got fucked over campaign is not gonna work. You just burying yourself deeper and deeper.
All he's gonna get from this too, like say he even does come out on top and wins. This is a situation where like the accusal is a lot louder than the acquittal. Like if he was to pass in court, all you're gonna get is money. It's not going to mend your reputation, bro. It's just not. You're not gonna beat UMG. So even if you come out, maybe they give you a little bag, they let you out your contract, whatever. Your image is tarnished for good. And when we said that 6-7 months ago, a year ago, whatever, at some point I thought maybe we were, being a little bit too serious or too dramatic about it. But the more time goes on, the more I really do see like he will never be the same. And that's just what it is. No lawsuit, no money, no, exposing no label. None of that is going to bring you back to where you were, in my opinion. I really do think that Drake is cooked. It's over for bro. Like he can do the Nokia, he can have hits, but it'll never ever be a Drake summer or a Drake era ever again. That's over with.
Yeah, that's over.